Okay, so we're going to work a density problem. In fact, the volume problem that you just worked, if you looked at the prior video, was for this cylinder, a height of 6.2, a diameter of 5.0 centimeters. We actually calculated the radius by dividing the diameter by 2, so we got a radius of 2.5 centimeters. We ran that calculation, got a volume of 121.675 centimeters cubed. And so now the mass of this cylinder I'm giving to you. We would have measured this on the balance, and it's determined to be 35.6 grams. And so we begin the density formula framework by writing the density formula. D equals m over v, where d is density, m is mass, and v is volume. So you should pause the video right now if you haven't already, and I want you to write the framework up, and then you can put in the values, the appropriate values from the values that we have written down over here, and then work the problem using your calculator, and then turn it back on, and I'll work the problem, and then you can check your density against my density measure. So you can pause the video now. Okay, so welcome back, and the density framework would be density equals parenthesis over a parenthesis, and I'll make this parenthesis down here quite large because this is going to be mass, that's going to be one little measure. This is going to be volume, which has several decimal places. So the mass measure for this cylinder was 35.6 grams, and the volume measure for this cylinder was 121.675 centimeters cubed, the unit of measure for volume being a cubic measure. So if you enter 35.6 into the calculator and then divide by 121.675, come up with a pretty small number. It's actually a decimal, and it's going to be 0.29276. And I'm just kind of stopping right there. I think this number over here was a 3 if I remember correctly, and so we're just going to round this. But the units for this density measure are going to be that unit and that unit, which we have not used. And if we just kind of write what we have there, what we still have is we have grams divided by centimeters cubed. And so because this is a density measure, this actually is the unit measure for density. So what we're actually measuring when we measure density is how many grams would there be in a little cubic centimeter of this material, whatever this material is. It might have been, brown material, it might have been a silver material, whatever that material is, whatever that substance is. If we took out 1 cubic centimeter of this material and put that 1 cubic centimeter of this material on the balance and measured it, it would weigh 0.29276 grams. So this is 0.29276 grams per centimeter cubed. So we wouldn't even have a 10 gram mass on the right hand pan if we took this cube and we put it on the balance, a cube made out of this material. What we would actually have, we wouldn't even have one 10 gram mass. We would have to measure this on the slide, and the slide will only go over to like the second little mark. This would be 2/10, just a little less than 3/10 of 1 gram is what that 1 centimeter cube would weigh. So you wouldn't even be up to the 1 gram mark. You'd be just barely off the zero. And so 1 cubic centimeter of this material would just weigh, the mass would be just a very tiny bit on the beam on the front of the pan balances that we use. Okay, so this is your number. That's the quantitative measure, and these are the units, the qualitative measurement describing the unit as how many grams would be in 1 cubic centimeter of that substance. I hope that helped you out.